Stop being a fool. Stop being the guy who waits, who chases, who lowers himself for a woman who doesn't even respect him. Let me tell you the hard truth. She doesn't want a man who gives her everything on a silver plate. She wants a man she can't control. She wants a man who moves like a ghost, powerful, silent, untouchable. Right now, you're playing the worst role a man can play, the desperate fool. Every text you send first, every time you double message, every time you cancel your plans for her, you lose value, you lose mystery, you lose respect. And without respect, you lose the game before it even starts. But here's what no one told you. When you master the stoic secrets I'm about to give you, everything changes. She stops being cold. She starts being curious. She starts chasing. She starts craving your attention like oxygen. Because women don't chase nice guys. They chase strong men who control themselves. Stay right here, because today I'm going to break your mindset forever. I'm going to give you the ancient stoic codes that will turn you into the rarest man she's ever seen and make her beg for your attention. If you keep acting like every other guy, you'll keep getting treated like you're nothing. That's the reality. The world doesn't respect men who beg. Women don't desire men they can predict. And no one follows a man who can't control himself. If you want her attention, if you want her respect, if you want her chasing you instead of running from you, it starts with killing the fool inside of you. The fool that texts too fast, replies too long, gives too much. The fool that puts her on a pedestal before she's earned it. That guy? He's dead now. From this moment on, you operate with precision, with control, with silence. Because the strongest move you can make is no move at all. When she pulls back, you disappear. When she disrespects, you don't explain. You remove access. You show her through action that you are not a man who tolerates chaos. You are not her toy. You are not her therapist. You are not her backup plan. You are a man building something far more valuable than her approval. You're building a legacy. And that's what Stoicism is about. Control what you can. Release what you can't. Never react emotionally to what doesn't serve your mission. You want her to chase you? Then become the man she can't shake off. The man she thinks about at night because he didn't beg for her time. The man who is so dialed into his goals that her games bounce right off him. You see, women test men constantly. Not because they're evil, but because they want to feel your strength. They want to know that if life falls apart, you don't. But most men fail those tests because they react like boys. They get angry, jealous, needy. But not you. Not anymore. From today forward, your discipline is your answer. When she ghosts you, you level up. When she flirts with other guys, you focus harder. When she says you've changed, you say I evolved. That's the stoic edge. You don't flinch, you don't chase, you don't collapse, you keep building. Because the truth is, your greatest revenge is not getting her back. It's becoming so powerful that she realizes she'll never have access to you again. And when you reach that level, everything changes. She starts texting you first. She starts liking your posts. She starts asking what you're doing this weekend. Not because you begged, but because you became the man who no longer needs her. And that energy? That's rare. That's magnetic. That's what pulls her in without you saying a word. But it takes work. It takes sacrifice. You have to stop living for moments and start living for your mission. Every hour wasted on a woman who doesn't respect you is an hour stolen from your greatness. And once you internalize that, you'll never settle again. You'll look at your time like gold. You'll guard your energy like a king protects his kingdom, and women will feel that. They'll feel your standards, your purpose, your control, and they'll be drawn to it like gravity. Because here's what most men never understand. Women don't want to lead. They want to feel your leadership. They don't want to fix you. They want to admire you. They don't want to be the center of your world. They want to orbit around your strength. And Stoicism gives you that strength. It teaches you to pause before reacting, to act with intention, not impulse, to endure storms without complaining, to speak less and say more. When you live like this, you enter a league of men so rare that even the most stubborn woman can't ignore you. You become unpredictable, untouchable, unforgettable. And that's when she changes. That's when she starts to notice, starts to chase, starts to crave your energy, not because you tried to impress her, but because you became something she couldn't manipulate. A man with boundaries, a man with direction, a man who can walk away and never look back. That's the kind of man women beg for. But here's the truth. You don't do this for her. You do this for you. You do this because you refuse to live like a fool another day. You do this because you know your value and you're done acting like you don't. So the next time you feel that urge to text her to prove something, to win her over, stop, breathe. Remind yourself, a stoic man never chases, he builds, and she either aligns with that or she disappears from it. Either way, you win, because a high-value man doesn't fear losing a woman. He fears losing his mission. And when you finally live by that code, your entire reality shifts. People treat you differently. Women respond differently. You carry yourself with quiet power, with calm confidence, with a presence that doesn't beg to be noticed but can't be ignored. And that's the key. You don't speak louder, you move smarter. You don't react stronger, you react slower. You don't need to be everywhere, you become more selective. And that selectiveness, that makes her obsessed. Because she knows not every woman gets access to you. She knows you're not desperate. She knows you are rare, and deep down all women want what's rare. So stop being the guy who gives everything too soon. Stop being the guy who over-explains, overextends, over-invests. Start being the man who walks in silence, who operates with purpose, who speaks when it matters, and lets his energy do the rest. Because the day you stop being a fool is the day she starts chasing like never before. Now you see what happens when you stop being the fool. The second you reclaim your time, your power, your presence, everything shifts. She no longer sees you as an option. She sees you as a mystery, a challenge, a force. That's what happens when you stop chasing and start building. When you stop proving and start walking in silence. When you stop reacting and start leading with calm, calculated power. The truth is, you were never supposed to be the desperate guy. That was never your role. That was never your destiny. You were meant to be the man who walks away from anything that doesn't align with his mission. The man who says less, does more, and lets his silence speak volumes. The man who lives by a code and never breaks it for anyone. So here's what I want you to do now. Leave a comment that says, "I am no longer a fool." Let the world know that today marks your transformation. Hit that like button to spread this message to every man still trapped in the game. And subscribe, because I'm just getting started giving you every stoic weapon you'll need to dominate this life. She wanted a fool she could control. But now, you've become the man she can't forget. The man she can't manipulate. The man she secretly hopes will give her another chance. But you don't need her validation anymore. You've leveled up, and she knows it. Now walk with strength, move with silence, and never beg again. Let them all chase what they once took for granted, because from this moment on, you are the rare one.